Welcome to the TV and Tea podcast. I'm Adriana.
And I'm Selena.
And we are two sisters that have decided to let the internet into the conversations that we have about TV and pop culture over endless cups of tea. In our house, the reoccurring questions are, is it tea time? To which the answer is always yes.
And what are we watching? So pour yourself a cup and get ready to get into it.
Hey guys!
Hey everybody, what's up?
Welcome back to the show.
We are back at it again, better than ever.
I don't know about better than ever, but we back.
Yeah, we is here.
It's the dawn of a new day, though. It is a new era. We're under new leadership.
Yes.
As a country, and I just want to say congratulations to us.
Yeah, America's no longer, well, I was about to say America's no longer ghetto, but that's a lie. America's just a little less ghetto this week. Just a bit.
We have someone that's driving the boat that knows how to drive the boat.
It's like me driving the boat versus Megan Thee Stallion.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Like, I could try a ting, but ain't nobody know how to drive the boat like Megan.
Right. We got someone at the helm now. Mm-hmm. So yeah, welcome back. How are you doing this week, Cece?
I am good. I am vibing. I'm vibing. I hope y'all doing good too. My quote is actually political. It has something to do with the mood of this week, and it is from The Politician.
Of course.
Everyone's favorite satire. Mm-hmm. And it reads, "Politics isn't about policies. A candidate is elected on a story." Peyton Hobart said that, and I just cannot agree more this week. It was very inspiring.
I like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This week was quite a week.
Yeah, it was nice.
Okay, well, my quote comes from the show Glow on Netflix, and it says, "Things don't just happen. People make choices, they want things, and they go for them."
I love that.
You know, and that's just the vibe I'm on. I'm like on my hustle, on my grind. There's just certain things, you know, I set for myself to do this year, and I'm just all about making them happen. So that's what we're on. Mm-hmm. And after the conversation we just had about my love life, I'm just like, okay.
It's a new dawn. It's a new day. The last couple of podcasts, I have been singing. Look at my music career getting revived.
I mean, I just don't understand why you think that you're the singer on the podcast, because you're really not.
Listen, Linda, I had a very short singing career.
I did. I have it on video.
You do?
Like I have a video of you performing in a chapel as a kid. Like,
oh,
so cute.
That's so funny. Yeah, I had a very short performance career going to a private Christian school where we all had to sing and dance.
Oh my gosh, the good old days.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, so let's get into the show.
Let's get into it. And let us know if you miss us on video, so it motivates us to like do video again, because it's hard out here.
Yeah, it's real lazy days over here. Mm-hmm. Just looking bummy.
It's pajama time.
I just feel like I'm back in the house vibe.
Really?
Kinda.
Oh.
I don't know. I haven't really. I mean, I've gone quarantine? Out. Yeah. But I don't know. I'm just like so. Like I'm in the house again.
I see.
I don't know. Anyways, let's get into the show. Mm-hmm. The show that we are talking about this week is the new Netflix sensation, Bling Empire.
Yes.
And guys, I'm so obsessed with this show. You have no idea. Mm-hmm. I literally watched it in like a day and a half. Mm-hmm. And I'm just obsessed. It is a reality show. And it is centered around a group of Asian friends that live in LA. And they are just beyond rich, just so beyond wealthy, like you can't
Yeah.
even imagine.
Like multiple of the castmates are billionaires.
Yes.
Yeah.
A few of them are.
A good couple. It's very wild.
Yeah, it's sick.
All driving Rolls Royces.
And I just love it. I am like literally so obsessed with them. I love reality shows that are about people with a culture and that are really opulent and just high class, high society. I just devour it. I love it.
Yeah. I do enjoy high society. I don't like rich people like, well, no, I love the housewives, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like people who are just rich. I like people with like old money, a
Yes.
story. They're like up there.
Yes. And this cast is very interesting, very dynamic. I like that it's so big. There's so many people on it.
I like that too.
I like that there's so many characters and there's like multiple interactions going on at all times.
But they kind of did Guy Tang dirty. Do you know who Guy Tang is?
No.
You don't even know?
No.
Okay, so let's talk about the characters, the castmates, and then I'll bring up Guy Tang and the bones that I have to pick.
Okay. So the show is kind of centered around this one guy, Kevin. Kevin is the adopted by white people, not raised within his Asian culture or heritage, and he is a model. He moved to LA like just recently, and he has met these groups of people, and he's like become a member of the clique.
Yeah, they adopted him into the group.
Yeah,
even though
he's like their little poor pet.
Yes, he is like the little poor pet in a sense. But I like Kevin. I feel like he's funny. He has like a nice like personality, a nice vibe, and he's hot.
He's beautiful.
Yeah.
When he's adopted, so he did like an ancestry test on the show, and he found out that he's Korean, and I was like, oh, that makes total sense to me. He looks like all those shows that we kind of watch.
Yeah, he is a lovely looking man.
And his personality is like he's like a puppy.
Yeah.
He's so sweet and like innocent, and it's almost like
very youthful.
Yes, he's like a child, and he almost doesn't know how to like move through this world. Like part of me is like, how are you even surviving on your own? Like I just feel like he's a little like not dull, but like
I feel
dumb
like that's,
almost, but I don't
yes.
want to say dumb. But he's just so
naive.
Yes.
But I feel like that's why they like him, and I feel like that's why they're all taking him under their wing. Even Anna, when she bought him the Dior, and he was like, I don't understand. Is this like, did I miss something?
Yeah.
Was I not supposed to accept this? She was like, honey, just calm down.
It's fine. Yeah.
I loved that moment.
Yeah, me too. Do you watch The Good Place?
No.
Okay, there's a character on there that is an Asian guy, and he has literally the exact same personality as him, like kind of like slow, just really innocent, really like pure-hearted. They even make facial expressions that are the same, and how he's always like, when he's listening, he like puts his arm on his hand like a little kid, like exactly like the character in The Good Place. But yeah, I think he's such a cute guy.
Yeah, he's endearing. I like him.
Me too. And I like that he's so brazen about the fact that he's obsessed with Kelly.
Yes, I love it too. Okay, so let's talk about Kelly. Kelly is I don't know what her family does. Do you know?
No.
All I know is that she was married to this rich ass guy that ended up being a criminal.
Yes.
Literally internet scamming millions of dollars.
Well, it seemed like billions of dollars because they gave back $138 million to the government.
Sick. And anybody who's familiar with fraud knows that usually when like the government is estimating that you stole something, it's usually way more. Yeah. So I can only imagine how much money they made off of that. But she said that basically she was living her life jet setting with her husband, and one day the feds just pulled up on them in their home and they took everything from her.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember how she made her money back. She ended up doing a business afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, she started her own business and now she's like a boss bitch doing her own thing.
Very successful.
Yeah, and she's also lovely, very beautiful girl.
Very beautiful. Mm-hmm. Great personality as well. Doesn't seem like she would hurt a fly.
Yeah.
But she has this awful boyfriend who used to be the Red Power Ranger, and he sucks, and it is toxic.
Y'all remember how skinny the Power Rangers were? Homeboy's skinny, and
You're really stuck on that.
It just doesn't sit well with me. Okay, because he has way less money than her.
Yeah, you can tell.
Which, you know what? If that's what she wants, if she just wants like a young hot guy, I don't blame her. You know, sis, do you?
She wants like real love.
Yeah.
And I think they do kind of have real love, but I think it is that obsessive, compulsive, codependent, toxic love.
Yeah, they're definitely toxic, but I brought up the skinny thing because I just feel like if you're gonna date someone who makes less money, then you like at least let him be like really hot. I feel like he's cute. He's not like hot.
Yeah, he's not smoking.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough shoulders or back for me.
But they have like really great sex.
Apparently.
Did you see the part? No, you probably wouldn't have because you haven't gotten that far. But at one point they like are hanging out and he's like, well, you know, I'm a biter. And I'm just like, oh, if he be biting, like he's into some wild shit.
If he be biting, oh my gosh. No, it was just, you know what it was for me? For me, it was okay. Also, I don't like it when a man is like so pristine. So when I saw his back and it was just like all smooth when they went to the little Airstream thing. Yeah, when he took off his shirt and I saw like the skinny body with the smooth back, I was like, that is not a man. I'm just being honest with y'all. I wasn't feeling it. Like he had like no hair, like no nothing. I don't know. I don't like it when a man, it's like, it feels like a kid.
Oh. I kind of like a hairless man. No, but like a naturally hairless man. Like, I don't know why, but like...
It looked like a baby back to me. I'm sorry. Like,
I've had like multiple ex-boyfriends that were like almost, not like totally hairless, but like barely grew hair. And I like that.
But like this, it's a combination of the things. Like the skinniness, the smoothness, the spray tan. He wasn't for me.
He wasn't for me either, but for a totally different bag of reasons. You cannot tell me he does not hit her behind closed doors. Okay, so it's her birthday, and another one of the women on the show, Anna, we're gonna get to her.
We're gonna get into her. Love her.
Anna decides to like plan with Andrew a surprise for Kelly's birthday, and they fly to Paris to take like a little trip. And Anna and Kelly go shopping, leave him at the hotel sleeping, and when he wakes up, they were gone. She didn't want to wake him up, and so when he calls her, he immediately launches into this screaming tirade, and he is just so aggressive, and she is like freaking out, and everybody is listening to them. And so the Paris trip after that, I'm assuming, falls apart because we don't see any more of it. And they then have to go into therapy to reconcile and work through this. She keeps saying that their environment is toxic, that they love each other, but they are just in an endless loop of toxicity. And to me, and at one point, I don't know if you've gotten there, but they're having like a normal day, and then the conversation goes left, and he like grabs her arm, and she like has to walk out of the room. She's like, no, I'm not doing this. And that to me is just like, okay, you're yelling, now you're grabbing her on camera. Like, what are you doing when there are no cameras around?
No.
He hits her, and I like, that's just awful. I like hate him. I want her to be stronger. I just could not deal with their relationship. I am like, the second you raise your voice to me, I'm done. I'm shutting down. So when he was yelling at her on the phone, I was like, I almost wanted to cry just watching it. Like, I can't take that.
So this is like a side conversation, but I feel like the psychology of men who don't make as much money as their partners, it becomes so controlling. It becomes so aggressive. Like, they resent them a lot of the times.
Yes.
A lot of the times it is not safe for women of a certain status to date down, because the fact that he just has to exert all of his power over her, little Kelly.
Yeah.
I can't. She's so like, no.
Yeah.
Side conversation, but the psychology of that is insane.
Yeah. So they are just, wow. But they have like high highs and low lows. Like, they started out the show and they were like making out and kissing and touching and holding each other, and but it's all very like passionate, but it's like passionate hot and like passionate cold. Like, it's extreme.
Yeah.
Not in a good way.
Not in a good way at all. But let's keep that to the side and let's talk about Anna. Anna Shea,
Queen.
My favorite.
Queen.
She's the queen.
She's
sorry.
the queen. Like, Christine wishes.
Christine fucking wishes. No. So let me tell y'all about Homegirl. Homegirl Anna is half Russian, half Japanese. And her father is an arms dealer. So
Tanks,
they're
bombs,
billionaires.
Guns.
Yeah, she's never worked
Defense
a day in
contracts.
her life. She literally said, my father never wanted me to work. I'm just, an heiress taken care of. And I was like, good for you, sis. Her estate, her home in Bel Air is immaculate.
Oh my God.
It's beautiful.
Sick.
Yeah, she's been married 4 times.
Yes.
And
I love her attitude towards her divorces. She goes, my marriages were beautiful and so were my divorces. Like, yes, sis. Like, it worked for you as long as it worked for you. And then when it didn't, you were like, let's just not.
Yeah.
And let's just have a good attitude about it. Like, I don't know if it was ever toxic, but the fact that she has a good attitude about it, I'm just like, I live for you. Like, I literally live for you.
I just love her. Like, she is the fabulous older friend that just runs shit.
Yes. She's on a level of wealth and just pedigree that is above all everybody else.
Yeah.
To me. And she's a bit of a recluse, but she's like a very warm, understanding, caring person.
I can tell she's been through some shit.
Yes.
Yeah, like when she talked about her assistant that stole millions of dollars in jewelry from her, I was just like, how many times has this happened where she like is so welcoming and warm and people just like
take advantage?
Yeah.
But she's so generous. Like, that was crazy. And she's actually really kind. She's not nasty in any way.
At all. Yeah.
So that's why Christine being so
cold.
Not even cold, but just so thirsty. It makes no sense.
That's what it is. She's thirsty.
So Christine, I liked her at first and then it just went left.
I liked her.
She's married to a plastic surgeon.
Yeah.
She herself comes from a wealthy Taiwanese family that she's estranged from. She's been married for 11 years. She has a young, like 1-year-old son.
Yeah, but you're missing the kicker about her husband. Her husband is a direct descendant from
The Kong Dynasty.
the Kong Dynasty.
So if China still had their royal families, that he would be an emperor and her son would be a prince.
Yeah,
So a very prestigious, like, elite family.
Yeah, and because of that, I mean, they have a lot of money. They are up there in society. She sat to the left of Prince William the last time she went to Buckingham Palace.
Yes.
And on the flip side of that, it's a very strict family, a very conservative family. They put a lot of pressure on her to produce a male heir, and she couldn't conceive for 10 years.
But did you get to the place where they're starting to talk about having another kid and the truth comes out?
Wait, what was the truth?
Okay, the truth is that it's actually her husband that was having the fertility issues. She could carry. It was his sperm. I think that was the problem.
Wow, really?
Yes. And she basically hid that from his family and took the blame for them not being able to have kids.
Wow. Mm-hmm. So now why is she hesitant?
Because she just doesn't
want to do it
She just doesn't want to go through the hassle. She's like, it took so long, and I just don't think that it's right to just go through it again. Mm-hmm. Because at this point, she is older, and she would have to use a surrogate, and she's like, that's also not proper like procedure for Asian families. And even though his family says that they're okay with it, she's just like, I don't want to give them another reason to dislike me. Mm-hmm. She's like, I'm finally being accepted by them, and I just don't want to have to deal.
Yeah. So her personal life and her family life is turbulent.
Yeah. But there's a lot of love there. Like when they go to the fertility clinic,
and they're crying together.
I was like, oh, Dr. G.
I think her and the husband are cute. I do.
I think they're so cute. Mm-hmm. She is just thirsty.
She is.
She's watched way too many episodes of The Real Housewives. Like,
oh, definitely.
I just can't.
She's trying to be one of them, and I think you know what it is too, because she does come from that family of like being the strict and the uptight. Like when she does go into these friend groups of all these people that are really real, like Anna, she might feel a little bit out of place, and she doesn't know how to talk to them. Like mm-hmm. her and Anna, like the things that she talks about with her, just like, oh yeah, Dolce, what are you doing this summer? We're taking a yacht, Yeah. Of course, someone like Anna, she's like, I don't want to talk about this shit. Like,
yeah, like it's just something you do. Like, don't talk. We're not gonna. This isn't the topic of conversation.
Mm-hmm. But homegirl, she comes from the conservative in-laws, and she doesn't know how to be, just normal anymore, and she's probably always a little on edge.
I think so too. I think she's always trying to make herself.
She's always trying to prove herself.
Yeah. And she just doesn't understand that if she could just relax, people would accept her.
Yep, that's it.
Because every step of the way, she tried to prove that she was like worthy of like Anna's, I don't know,
respect, acknowledgement,
all of something. That. And every single time she like poked the bear, and Anna was like, no, mm-hmm. Now I'm gonna fuck with you.
Yeah.
Like when she sat her down at the end of the table during the dinner party, I was like, queen shit right here.
I loved it.
I was like, this is Christine thinks she's playing checkers, and Anna is actually playing chess.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, they're on two different planets.
Yeah. It's night and day, really. But I want to go to the next people. Another couple, my favorite couple, Sherry and
Jesse.
I think they're so cute. I think she's so cute. Their little family and everything. Mm-hmm. They both come from money.
Mm-hmm. He's a trust fund baby.
Rolls Royce down.
Right.
And
their house is fabulous.
Yeah, I love the house.
Love the house.
And she was supposed to be a pop star in Japan, but she ended up leaving the
music industry.
Yeah, the music industry behind because of her mom and her family like pressuring her to be more traditional. Mm-hmm. But honestly, I think she's so cute. I think they're cute. They're not a traditional couple. They got pregnant really early into their relationship. Mm-hmm. They're not married, which is like very different. He doesn't
want to give her a ring, and she's just like, boy, you need to marry me. Yeah. I'm literally having your second child, and I just don't understand why I don't have a ring on my finger.
But men be like that.
Yeah, but it's like, what are we doing?
No, it gets to the point.
What are we doing here?
I feel like for some men, it gets to the point where it's just...
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It's like, that I'm with you. obviously I know you're with me. We got these 2 kids. Like, why do we need to get married? But men, you need to step it up.
Yeah, that's just like not acceptable.
Yeah.
Have you gotten to the part with when she has the baby?
Yes.
Okay. I thought his like reaction, how he was crying. I just thought, I was like, oh, they're so cute. Like, I like him. I just want him to like do right by her.
Yeah.
But I like their relationship. I think she's gone through a really tough time. She was pregnant. Her mom died. And she's having a really hard time just dealing with the emotions of all of that. But I think he like really supports her. And I think they're a healthy couple.
Yeah, I think they're a great couple.
He's just like a man.
Yeah.
And he has like young man friends. Like they have this celebration for the baby at 100 days.
Oh, really?
Oh
That's
my God.
so cute.
So it's
I
supposed
want to do that.
So do I.
That's
Literally.
fun.
So they have a celebration to honor the baby's first 100 days of life. And it's supposed to like be a good luck blessing. So they live 100 years.
Oh, that's so cute.
Get cute, right?
That's actually so cute. I love it.
And all his friends are like, but yeah, you guys can just take your time. She's like, no, we need to get married. And he's
She's like, we have 2 children together.
like literally. And he's just like, see, we just take our time. So I just think it's like his boys and him. They're all just like, what's the rush?
What do you mean, what's the rush? You see, men and women think so differently.
So differently.
Yeah.
But I don't think he has like, I don't think it's like nefarious.
Yeah.
You know? Okay. Other cast member who I'm just totally obsessed with, Kim.
Love Kim Lee.
Kim Lee, the DJ. She is gorgeous.
She's drop dead gorgeous.
She's sickening. And her mother is everything.
We love her mom.
Obsessed with her mom. She's like gorgeous woman. So like regal and put together, and just she kind of reminds me of, it's like very Dynasty. Like,
yeah.
I just was living for her mother. In the later episodes, we get to meet her stepdad. And he is just, they are so cute. He's always like bringing her a glass of wine, and he's like so caring. Daddy Dan. Oh my God. I
want to be old and my husband brings me a glass of wine.
And their house is like beautiful. It's in Malibu, like on the water, like just gorgeous. I'm just like, I love Kim. I think she's a little bit like spunky and like out there, but like lots of fun. Obviously very successful. She's a huge DJ in Southeast Asia, and yeah, I just like loved her.
Yeah, she's very fun and fresh. Love her style, love her vibe.
Yes, everything about her. As the season goes on, she starts to look for her biological father, because she hasn't seen him since she was 8. She's lost all contact with him, and so she goes through like a journey with that, and it's very emotional for her and her mom. But you got to get to that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to spoil it for you.
I haven't finished watching, you guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the last cast member we have to talk about is Kane.
Kane. We love Kane. So,
Kane is a billionaire baby.
Billionaire baby. All he does is do his like Buddhist stuff.
Yeah, like what does he do?
Honestly, I think in the first episode they describe him as like a spiritual teacher, advisor, something. He's very spiritual.
Yeah. And
people come to him for that.
Oh, okay.
Something like that. I could be wrong.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what I know him for. And it's funny because although he is Buddhist, he is like the most lavish, like one of the most lavish guys on the show.
Yes. He, at the end of the season, he says that his parents kind of put him on like a budget.
What?
Yes, like they're like, you need to like work, because apparently he comes from like a very like, his family owns like malls and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And so they want him to kind of like take over the business, and he's like, I'm not down.
Yeah, I remember him saying that he's never been interested in business, and
No.
they keep trying to bring him in, give him a piece of real estate, piece of property, something to manage, and he's just like, no. If he wants to do like the spiritual thing, like he needs to really get with it, like Shaman Durek.
So Shaman Durek, you see a group of them go to see the shaman, and he is like a very famous African shaman that now lives in LA, and he is like the spiritual advisor to like all spiritual advisors. Like he's like Tony Robbins' spiritual advisor. He's met presidents, world leaders, the Pope, like all the big celebrities. Like I'm obsessed with him. You should actually look into him. I think he has a podcast, but he does a lot of guest appearances on podcasts. Okay. And he is just like amazing. He's like a 9th generation like Nigerian shaman. Like wow. Like it's his whole like background, his training is like crazy, and apparently he's like amazing. Like they have like a seance with him on the beach, and Kelly kind of like goes through like he's like releasing her of like the blocks and like the hold that Andrew has on her, and he just does this whole thing, and she's like weeping. Wow. And like it gave me chills just watching it. Like I'm dying to see him. So
do her and homeboy break up by the end of the season?
They do.
Oh, they do.
They do.
Okay.
There's a breakup. They're kind of like, back and forth a little bit, but there is a breakup.
Does she get with
He tries to take her on a date. Kevin tries to take her on a date, but she's just not into it. She's like, I see you as a brother.
Okay.
He gets friend zoned. He's very sad.
Is Kevin bi?
I don't know. He doesn't say that.
He gives me bi energy.
It's because he's a model.
Yeah, and also like I feel like I saw him flirt with men in the show.
Really?
Yeah.
I just think he's like a flirty person.
Maybe, perhaps. Maybe that's just his personality.
Yeah.
Okay, was that everybody?
Yeah.
Okay, now I want to touch on Guy Tang. So, if you guys don't know who Guy Tang is, Guy is a Asian hairstylist / YouTuber influencer.
Okay.
He does, I most know him for his YouTube videos, and he does a lot of Asian hair. He has his own hairline now. He's coming up, and he's a big deal in like the internet world. But he is friends with all of these people, and he's in multiple of the episodes, and they even gave him a confessional. But they didn't even like show his name at the bottom, which I feel like that was so dirty. So grimy. I don't know why they did that. I guess they didn't want to make him like a cast member. Maybe he was a cast member at some point and they demoted him. But I found that very strange. So I'm going to look into that.
Interesting.
But yeah, it was weird that they didn't include him. I feel like he would have been a good like mid-range person to add to the cast because he is an entrepreneur. He does have like his own money and like a big house in LA. But he's obviously not like old money like some of the cast members or like the broke ones, like Jesse and the boyfriend.
Well, Jesse to me is not really like a cast member. He's Kevin. Just like a side character that we have to deal with. But Kevin's really like poor.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know if he's poor, but like he's just like broke.
Yeah.
But like I don't even know if it's like
his apartment is $1,000 a month in LA.
Yeah, like he's like a normal guy. He's a normal struggling model, I would think.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna really blow up after this. I hope
definitely.
So.
Yeah. People love him.
But he's just so like he's so good looking and he's tall.
He fine.
And yeah, that body is sick. And he's a cutie. I wonder if he can like act.
That would be good for him.
I could see him in like a Netflix role somewhere.
Yeah, definitely.
But I just don't know if he can act.
I feel like we need more Asian actors and actresses like in more prominent roles because we have Henry Golding, love him, obsessed.
He kind of
but I mean that's pretty much it. I can't think of another Asian male big star.
I don't know.
Exactly. And then we have that one girl breakout from Crazy Rich Asians. I don't remember her name.
Her.
Yeah, but she is getting active now, and then she's pretty much it.
Yeah. What? No, he's not Asian. Yeah. We do need some more Asian actors to come into the forefront for sure.
So Kevin, if you're out there, you need to act. We want to hear from you.
Yeah.
I want to see you in a couple films.
Or like commercials even.
Yeah.
You know? I think
Yeah.
he could do some commercials, but he would need to like get into some lessons and stuff.
I think he
Take some
could do
acting
it.
classes.
I think he could definitely do it.
Yeah. But I love the show.
10 out of 10, I gotta
10
say.
out of 10. Like, they're
I'm
just
finishing up.
so beyond opulent that I just die for. Like, guys, the jewelry whore in me was just living for the diamonds. Like,
Yeah.
the fact that, like, Anna's just always, like, dripping in diamonds. And then here comes Christine being like, you're wearing diamonds with your yoga clothes? And she's just like, yeah. I love
Yeah,
that.
bitch.
Like, yeah, like, this is what I do on a Tuesday. I just, oh my God, I was just living for the jewels.
I have one critique.
Okay.
Do you feel like the drama in the show was a little manufactured?
Of course.
Yeah,
These
it
people don't
felt-
have problems.
It felt a little fake at times.
Of course. Did you see the spa day at Anna's house?
Yes.
With Kim?
That was so fake.
Okay, that was fake. But I think the producers were probably like, okay, you need to go do something. Like, this is a little too boring. It's like
Yeah.
a little too much of a normal day. So they sent Kim upstairs
With Guy Tang.
with Guy. Oh, that's Guy.
Yeah.
Oh, he was around a lot.
He was around a lot, but they, like, never gave him a little, what's that called? A lower third of his
Yeah.
name.
Oh.
He was just, friend.
Oh, but he was kind of like whack.
I mean, yeah. I haven't finished, but, I thought they would have at least added his name in there because he is
No.
a popular person. And let me tell you how many followers he has on Instagram.
Okay, so when they send her up there and she finds the penis pump in Anna's shower, which is honestly just like so invasive. Like, you just don't go into someone's home that you're getting to know and go into their bathroom and then throw something out the window that you found. So Anna getting like upset with
Guy
her.
Tang is verified and has 2.1 million followers.
Wow.
So, like, why didn't he have a lower third? Why wasn't he ever mentioned? Oh, by the way, this is the friend Guy. This is Guy.
I don't know.
It was strange.
That is strange.
Yeah.
Okay, but back to that moment, Kim was trying to stir up drama and it backfired on her because Anna was like, no, like, this is my actual home and now you're disrespecting me.
Yeah.
And like, to me, that's a real reaction to manufactured drama. So to me, it wasn't manufactured.
Oh. Okay.
You know, because then it became an issue. And then she didn't apologize and she was being unreasonable. And Anna was like, okay, I see what's happening here. Like, you're not a genuine person that can come into my home and treat it with respect. I'm done with you.
Yeah.
No bratupsi. You know, so it, to me, that kind of drama was not fake.
Okay.
And then
the
it's like,
aftermath was
yes.
not fake.
And then Kevin was like, that was wrong of you to do. And she was like, no, I don't think so. And I'm going to throw a drink in your face. Did you see that?
No.
Oh my God, Selena.
Oh my God.
So they actually like get into it. And it's like, you know, it's a real reaction to a manufactured thing that.
Who's the spiritual one again? T.
T.
His name starts with a T. Tang?
Tang.
The spiritual one, the Buddhist one.
Oh, Kane.
Kane. Here I am, Tane. Kane, I saw, while I was looking for my quote, I saw a quote from Kane that said, we're Asians, we don't fight. But I guess they do be fighting if she throwing drinks in people's faces.
Yeah, but I think like she's like very lit. So I think she probably doesn't really conduct herself like everybody else.
Okay.
You know,
right.
she's in the club world.
Yeah,
Shit
she is.
gets crazy. But yeah, so that is Bling Empire. Get into it if you haven't already. We'll finish up this conversation next week after Selena finally finishes the show. Because there's a lot more. Like, you haven't even gotten into it.
Okay. I will finish up.
So yes, 10 out of 10, guys. Okay, y'all, let's get into the tea.
It's tea time.
Okay, so I just want to follow up with our political conversation of last week with the inauguration. It was yesterday at this point. And we finally found out what JLo was singing.
Finally! So, as I predicted, she did indeed do a medley. She threw in the Let's Get Loud into My Land Is Your Land.
That was such an elementary school song. Like, that was such a simple, easy, safe, like, it was very much in her wheelhouse, and I appreciated her staying within her wheelhouse. She didn't do too much.
It's the inauguration. Nobody was gonna let her embarrass herself and the country.
True.
Yeah.
She did a good job. She sounded good.
She sounded really good.
She looked phenomenal.
The looks of this inauguration were amazing.
I mean, that was I tweeted it. I was like, this is not a political event. This is a fashion event.
Yeah, the looks were just...
They were everything.
Yeah, loved it. Loved Michelle Obama's look. Loved J-Lo's look. Gaga's look I didn't like at first, but as I looked closer at it and I realized the significance of the gold bird with the olive branch in the mouth, and it was custom couture. I was like, okay, I can get behind this look.
Loved it.
Yeah, amazing.
So yeah, but we finally got our answer because last week I was like, what is she gonna sing?
Let's get loud.
Let's get loud. I was like, oh my, when she said that, I thought she was gonna like break off into more. And
Yes.
I was like, oh my God, no. I can't wait.
You were like, oh no. Oh
no. Yeah. But that was great. It was a beautiful moment.
Yeah, we loved that.
Okay. What's your first story?
My story is basically your story because you sent me a DM on Twitter about somebody speculating that Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan's relationship was fake. And I felt personally attacked because this relationship
is everything.
I'm very much invested. So the tweet read that Lori Harvey has a photo deal with the Shade Room, which is not uncommon for celebrities to have different deals with organizations. Publications to like get them publicity. And that they're trying to fix Michael B. Jordan's image because I didn't know this, but apparently there was speculation that he did not like black women.
Oh yeah, that's like been the word on the street. I don't know where that like started.
What white girl did he date publicly?
Okay, so this started over like the years. He put out like a music video way back in the day.
Music?
It was like, he
did music?
Yes, it's a very corny rap song, and there's like this very awkward white girl in the music video with him. And then I think in like an interview, he like might have said like, oh, like, I don't know if he like actually said like, oh, I usually just date like Spanish girls or white girls or whatever, or his history with women is just that he has dated Spanish girls or white girls. Basically, the word on the street is that he just doesn't really date black women.
I love how we talk about things that we have no idea about.
But that's kind of how the story has always been. It's just like he doesn't date black women. But he's also said...
so Michael B. Jordan has reportedly dated singer Iggy Azalea, Snow Allegra, actress and model Catherine Pice, Ashlyn Castro, Kiki Lane. Oh, they're all white.
Yes. So that's where, like, you know, but he's never, like, publicly, like, claimed any of these relationships. It's just kind of like he's linked to this person, he's linked to that person. He doesn't date white girls. So, of course, black women are like, you date white girls. Like, okay, you're not for us. So
the PR speculation is that the PR team are trying to help his image.
Yes.
And they
got the queen of all queens to be his like planted black girl public relationship, basically. I don't know.
I mean, when you put it like that, and after seeing his dating history, it would make sense for this relationship to be fake. And I tried to look back at their photos to analyze the body language and see if, like...
I did the same thing.
I was like, does this relationship look fake? But... I don't know.
I think they look like they're having so much fun.
Right? It looks like they're having fun, but I don't know if that's like acting playful. Like he's like a very good actor and he's just trying to play the playful boyfriend. Or like if that's just their relationship.
I don't know.
So I think Lori is an earth sign, but let me confirm this.
I don't want this to be true. I think just some people don't like him and they're just looking for something to say here.
Definitely. They don't want people to be happy.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, so Lori's a Capricorn. Her birthday
her birthday was just passed.
Michael B. Jordan. If he is a Leo, then this relationship is real because Leos are very playful. And that's my assessment.
What is he?
He's an Aquarius. I don't know, guys.
Capricorn and Aquarius, are they good together?
They are. But I feel like Aquariuses are not. Well, Daddy's borderline Aquarius, and he's a little goofy.
He's very goofy.
Okay, Aquariuses are a bit goofy, so you know what? This could be real.
They're very, like, kind of, like, otherworldly. So, yeah, a little weird.
I feel like every actor is weird, so this would make him a good actor, just like step into another person's personality. So on one hand, this could be fake. On the other hand, this could be real. I don't know what to tell you guys, but I don't want it to be fake.
I don't think it is.
We'll see if they get engaged.
I don't think she's that thirsty.
Well, maybe they're paying her.
I don't think she's that desperate.
He has never claimed a woman publicly, and he's claiming Lori. So if they're not engaged within 2 years, then we know it was a fake.
Like, maybe all the other relationships just weren't that deep.
Perhaps. I don't know what to tell y'all. We'll see what happens.
We will see what happens.
But what's the last story for today?
So I want to talk about 2 more things.
Oh, okay.
First of all, a little Bachelor update news. This week it has come out that Clare Crawley and Dale Moss have ended their relationship. They have split.
I feel so bad for her now.
He released a statement saying, "I wanted to share with you all that Claire and I have decided to go our separate ways. We appreciate the love and support we've received from so many people, but this is the healthiest decision for both of us at this time. And we just want to respect our privacy as we work through this together." Boom. Okay. Then a couple days later, Claire then made a statement on her Instagram saying, "I was made aware of our mutual statement at the time you all were. So I needed some time to really digest this. Speaking for myself, my intentions with this relationship have always been very clear. So the truth is that I am crushed. This is not what I expected or hoped for, and I'm still trying to process this. Blah, 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 blah. Our relationship was not perfect, but I can say that I was genuinely invested with all of my heart. I may not have all the answers, but I do know this. I will continue to show up, stand by my word, and be committed to love."
Wow.
So he made a statement first. And she's like, "Oh, we're making statements?"
Yeah.
And this kind of makes sense. If you've followed them at all on social media since they left The Bachelor and gone public with their relationship, they are a little, like, weird as a couple. Like,
Really?
you know when someone says something and you're like, "Babe," and then you, like, play hit them, and, like, they were gonna do, like, some viral TikTok thing when you hoist somebody over your head, and
like
he goes
Simba?
Yeah, kind of, and he goes to pick her up, and he's so tall, and they're in a room that has a low ceiling, and he, like, throws her into the air, and it hits her head on the ceiling.
And they posted it?
And then they posted it.
Oh my gosh.
She, like, falls on he's like, "Oh my God." He catches her. She, like, falls on the floor. She's holding her head, and she's like, "Oh my God, you did that on purpose." And she, like, punches him in the arm.
What?
It's just
Michael Bublé energy.
It was all so weird. Like, they had a couple of those moments that were just kind of like...
Is Michael Bublé still canceled? Side note.
I don't know. I don't follow him, so I don't know what the temperature is over there. But yeah, they were just a little odd as a couple. So it doesn't surprise me that they're broken up, especially after meeting each other for 2 weeks on The Bachelor and then being like, "We're getting married."
We love a reality show relationship. Like, I'm so ready for a Temptation Island.
Oh my God.
Are You the One?
Yes.
All of those ratchet shows to come back.
I need Love Island UK to get on it. Like, if US has filmed UK What's Going On, baby.
Yeah, honestly, all of the shows where people are in a house, they should be able to be made right now.
Right.
You just test them, you quarantine them, and you send them off.
Right. Love Island UK needs to come back on right now.
Yeah, I need Temptation Island and Are You the One?
Yes.
I need those.
Yeah, for sure.
And then the for real last thing we wanted to talk about was Lil Wayne and
Kodak Black
being
being pardoned by our
former
president Trump.
Yeah.
Like, what was this?
What was the reason?
What was the actual reason?
So people have said that maybe that's why Lil Wayne came out to support him.
Yes.
So that he could get pardoned.
Yes. So basically, from the statement that has been made, they said, you know, he wanted to thank President Trump for recognizing that I have so much more life to give my family, my art, and my community, and for giving me a second chance, basically.
That was Kodak or Wayne?
That was Lil Wayne. Mm-hmm. And, you know, Trump's people have basically said, you know, we go about giving out pardons in a way that just feels natural to us. And he was a great guy and we met. And so, you know, I decided to pardon them. But I think they definitely paid him.
Paid?
So there was an article that came out that was saying that Trump was charging people like $2 million for pardons.
What?
And then the night before the inauguration, he like pardoned a bunch of people.
He like pardoned 100 people.
Exactly. And I think they basically bought them. Because like, why would he know that Kodak Black needs to be pardoned? He's already out of jail. Well, he got out apparently today.
I know. Well, Kodak Black, did he ever meet Trump?
No, he's been in jail.
Yeah, that's weird.
He says that he wrote letters and had people like write like, you know, write in and advocate on his behalf and whatever.
Okay, so that makes sense because Lil Wayne, I thought perhaps it was a quid pro quo. Like, I endorse you before the election and you pardon me.
I think that's what I think he also paid him.
Yeah, it makes sense. That's wild.
Joe Exotic was not pardoned by Trump, though, and he's very upset.
He should have been. Honestly, if anybody should have been pardoned, it should have been Joe Exotic.
He put out a tweet, said, I was too innocent and too gay to deserve a pardon from Trump. I only mattered to John Jr. when he needed to make a comment about me to boost his social media posts. Boy, we were all stupid to believe he actually stood for equal justice. His corrupt friends all come first.
Well, at least the people who are fans of Joe Exotic are no longer fans of Trump.
This whole story to me is just pure jokes. Like, this is pure foolery. Like,
honestly, it is.
I just am so glad we're out of this era and we can move on with our lives because this is just pure foolishness.
Yeah, definitely. My boy Joe finna get life. Like, it can't be this way. I need Joe to be out and on Instagram, and I need him to like revive his singing career. I need a lot from him.
But Kodak is out, so, you know, I'm sure we'll get a mixtape, a first day out song might drop this week. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at, you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
But thank you guys so much for listening to this show, for tuning into this episode. Go ahead and subscribe to us wherever you are listening. Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. You know all the places. And wherever you are listening to us, please go ahead and leave us a 5-star review and tell us something nice. And if you're watching us on YouTube, feel free to subscribe and to give this video a thumbs up. And we will be back next week with another episode to serve up the tea on all the latest TV and pop culture news. Bye, guys.
Bye.